My name is Reed Brinton. I was born in Salt Lake City, 1915, July 20. When I was about 20, an uncle of mine said, "Reed, I think you could make it in the insurance business." So I went to Los Angeles. My wife and I had $10 in our pockets when we got there. For the first couple of weeks, I went cold canvassing and I hadn't done a thing. And I came home and I said to my wife, "I think I'll stop selling insurance." She says, "Does that mean you've already sold some?" Well, anyway, the next day, I had had a fruitless day, cold canvassing, and there was a taxi driver standing against a building. I walked up to him and I said, "Could you save 10 cents a day?" And he said, "Of course." And he says, "I could save 20 cents a day or more." So I said, "Then I would like to have you buy a policy." He bought a $2,000 policy. But quite coincidentally, he died 3 years later. And I delivered the $2,000 to his mother. That gave me a little bit of a feeling. I thought, look, what I do is important. Now we've got to learn to do it better. I joined the Junior Chamber of Commerce, and soon I was meeting a lot of young executives. So I started doing business with various men in that group, and I was starting to get the feeling of success. You have to build passion through success. You have to get to the point where you think about it day and night, and you have a feel for it, and you realize that you have somebody to see the next day. I think it's important to write down what you're going to, every night, write down a program for the next day, who you're going to see, what you're going to do, what you're going to try to accomplish. In 1946, at the meeting in Murray Bay, I gave a talk on a creative imagination, in that I felt that was the key to the insurance business, that you had to think of changing markets as I had done in the past. You had to think of new ideas and things that you could say that would interrupt the train of thought of the person who was really only thinking about how he could get rid of me. And I found that you don't sell life insurance by talking about life insurance. You talk about him and his objectives. What does he want? Join organizations, active organizations, productive, chambers of commerce, Rotary clubs, whatever you do that puts you in contact with people. But whatever you do, work and be helpful. And take the job seriously. And pretty soon you'll get to know a lot of important people that will open the door for you. We formed the first study group. There were 6 or 7 of us, and we named ourselves the International Insurance Institute. And we would go to exotic places to hold a week's meeting. We were the first study group. And others have developed and used them because you share ideas, you share concepts, you share enthusiasm, all of the things that tend to make you more productive and more effective. Dudley Dell came to me when I was when I was the top club leader, and he said, "We've had in mind forming an agents advisory group." And so he said, "I want you to pick out 2 people and bring them to me." We started presenting the problems that we saw between the agent and the company, and they presented some of the problems they saw. So now we had a group of people who are working together to solve common problems. And as a result, the Agents Advisory group has been one of the most effective organizations in any place in the insurance business. My son brought his son in, so now there are three of us in the business. I only drop by the office maybe once a week or every 2 weeks, but they pay all my bills. They do everything for me. This is new to me. I've never been so old in my life. The little girl said, when she knew that I was nearly at 99, she said, "Did you start from one?" And so, yes, I started from one. And it's been a wonderful 99 years. Lots of great things have happened.